Okay, about to play the next round of the 2020 championship versus jdobrow. Dobrow? I have no idea how to pronounce this, unfortunately. But we'll see which of the first initial J, presumably surname players, is the better. Just to recap, this is, I think it's a partial, what's this? Partial round of 512. I think there's like 470 participants initially, and then I entered as the 10th seed, so I got a bye, and I won the round of 256, and now we're in the round of 128 versus the 138th seed. And it's the first one to 4 wins, I believe. It's a function of best of 7. Let's look at this kingdom. So we've got no source of plus action that I can see. That's a bit of a limitation. Draw can be Den of Sin, it can be Research, it can be Sheepdog, kinda. I mean, Sheepdog is terminal, which is bad with the action. Is there a good way to activate Sheepdog mid-turn? No. So this is an uncharacteristically bad kingdom for Sheepdog. That's unfortunate. I enjoy Sheepdog as a card. Scholar can draw, but again, it seems really bad terminally. Research is kind of awkward because, like, the thing I would naturally want to do here is like get highways for cost reduction, and get ducats for plus buy, and then play a bunch of highways, play some ducats, buy the provinces. But if I'm playing a bunch of highways, you can't actually draw with research because, like, whatever thing you research will end up costing 0. And so I think this might just be relying predominantly on Den of Sin for draw, and then trying to make sure you have a real thin deck so we don't have to draw too much. So I still think the end goal is highways and ducats. What terminal action do we play with? We'll probably end up getting flag bearers at some point, I would think. Maybe that's it. Could be an herbalist. Actually, I feel like now, anytime I'd ever want herbalist, I could just buy ducat instead. There's no reason to get that. Sheepdog seems pretty bad here. Island seems pretty relevant. How are we opening? So I could open like Research Silver. Could open like Research Ducat. Could take Desperation and get Den of Sin. Is that good? It's probably not that good. I think I just want the Research. Gonna want to get thin soon. Obviously, I was saying Research can't work as a long-term draw or anything, but in the short term, it's still obviously going to be good for trashing things. Okay, so I could take this flag back immediately, actually, if I really wanted to. I could just get Desperation and then buy the flag bearer. I think I maybe should do that. I'm not really like desperate to get any of the 3 costs, and I'm not at all guaranteed to hit 4 next turn. I don't want to let him have the flag too long. Gives me a curse. Yeah, I'm fine doing that, I think. Oh shit, undo. Yeah. That was a bad misclick. Obviously, there'd be no reason to take the curse to buy Sheepdog since I could have bought it for without the curse. Oh, you're gonna take it back, aren't you? Well, I can kill it now. We're gonna get in this protracted flag war, I guess. Yeah, I should just do this, and then buy nothing. This is silly. I should have the advantage here. Generally, like, buying flag first seems pretty bad because your opponent just takes it back. And you're in the situation where, like, for the period that you have the flag, you're getting 1 more draw, but you've got 1 more dud card in your deck than your opponent because you've got a flag and they don't. And then when your opponent takes the flag, well, now they're getting 1 more draw, but you have an equal number of dud cards in the deck because you've both got flag bearer. And so being the second one to flag bearer seems nicer most of the time. Plus, it means if you take like all 10 of them, they're the one who ends up winning the split and getting stuck with the flag. Okay, I have hit 7, which is a very big number. I feel like it's premature for highway. I actually haven't trashed anything yet. Well, none of the starting cards anyway. I have more junk cards than I started with because I've got all 10 of these plus the curse. So I could just buy Den of Sin to to accelerate my deck and then see that research more frequently. I could enhance a copper into a ducat and then trash a second copper. That kind of sounds nice. I think I like the idea of Den of Sin first. I'm probably looking to do that enhance copper thing soon. Wait, they get the flag back? Oh, I missed. I totally overlooked this. I thought they just bought highway. They enhanced into highway. That's tricky. Okay. I'll just buy ducat, I guess, because I can't afford to do the enhanced thingy. This is a terrible draw. Drawing like only 3 coppers and a 7 card hand, and then drawing the research with none of the curse or estates is rather unfortunate. And I would say I'm probably behind right now. I think I actually just kind of have to pass on trashing and buy the flag, as sad as that is. Yeah, I'm not liking where this is going. I guess I'll buy another flag bearer. Surely their deck can't be any good either, right? Like they have also been spending all this time farting around doing flag bearer things. They have a highway, but I would Den of Sin. What's in the trash? Man, am I behind on trashing? Yeah, I am actually, this is annoying. I opened with research like a nice responsible person instead of jumping straight into flag bearer, and yet have now fallen drastically behind on trashing. Because I was having to contest that flag at rather awkward moments. Okay, they've got the flag back yet again. I should take that. Let me think about this. I can enhance this one for 3. And then, am I buying anything else if I do that? Is silver? They have 3 highways? I'm gonna lose this game. I'm gonna lose this game. Yeah, I have like no economy. I guess a silver is better than nothing for me right now. I kind of desperately need to get some highways into my deck. I do have draw. They don't have any of these Dens of Sin, which is significant. I don't think I could have justified taking the highway immediately the previous turn because I had no Dens of Sin going into play otherwise. But this turn, I will have at least 1. And so I will most likely pick up a highway here. Taking the flag back again. Which I guess I will just retake. And I can take a ducat. They have taken the flag back. I should trash first before playing the highway. So I set aside more cards. And I was considering enhancing them. I would need to have reduced Flag Bearer's cost one more to be able to like enhance Curse into Flag Bearer. Yeah, I'm behind. Their deck is just thinner, so that the Den of Sins don't even matter. They're drawing just fine without it. They could just take like 4 highways right here, and that would be game over. It's still very losing for me. Actually, let me undo that. I should buy this Flag Bearer, I think, rather than trashing the other one, so they can't take it back by buying the last one. None of this seems to matter too much. I'm pretty sure I'm actually just kind of lost here. Unless they blunder somehow. I'm not sure where this one went awry. I mean, it kind of felt like the turns where I needed to get that Flag Bearer were just like really awkward turns. Maybe I should have just let them have the flag a little longer at points and just played down by a card. I don't know. How much plus buy do I have? I think 4. J. Oh, wait. I have 1, they have 1, they have 2, they have 3, I have 2, they have... No, I only have plus 3 buy. I'm behind on, like, everything. I don't even have enough ducats to realistically threaten to, like, pile out anything. Just take the flag back, I guess. So, they have 4 ducats. They can theoretically buy 5 things. Probably heading for a loss here. Next turn if they draw well. They do have a Den of Sin down. Yeah, I'm just going to lose next turn. There's nothing to do about that. I think the best I can do about that is probably to hope they somehow dud despite having to, like, I can't win if I don't take any more highways. I need the highway. But that puts them in range of a pile up, which they'll most likely do. God dang it. I don't want to play that copper. And I need to put, I think I just clicked autoplay treasures instead of +1 coffers. How do I do this? I'll play one of these. Okay, now I'm confused. Wait, I have 2 coffers here. Do I press this button? Okay, there we go. I couldn't figure out how to put exactly 1 coffer into play. Now they should just empty these and win. And I'd have to hope that they've like missed 2 ducats in the bottom or something. Yep, that's enough. GG. And that was player 1 too. Ew, ouch. Let's get our heads in the game. This is my first loss of the tournament. I got a bye round 1, and then I won 4-0 round 2. Oh well. Oh my. So, this is Donut Kingdom in player 2. There's no real draw. There's Patrician and Crossroads. None of this is reliable draw. So I don't think this is going to be an engine. This is probably just going to be treasure troves. Seems like the fastest way to get things into your deck. I'd love to have like 5-2 here. Just buy treasure trove, buy donate. That'd be wonderful. Don't have 5-2 though. So I could donate turn 1 down to 5 coppers, and then pay off debt turn 2, buy treasure trove turn 3. I'm playing treasure trove turn 4. It's option 1. I could donate down to 5 coppers, pay off debt turn 2, buy junk dealer turn 3, buy treasure trove turn 4. I'm playing treasure trove 1 turn later, but I've got a junk dealer on my deck and I'll be able to keep the coppers a little bit thinner. That might be silly because I could consider just donating once later in the game to get rid of all the surplus coppers. I probably don't need the junk dealer. Well, maybe. I mean, like, keeping it thin in the short term is also kind of nice because I'll find my treasure trove more frequently. Option 3 would be silver donate down to... Would it make sense to keep any more than 3 coppers? No, it wouldn't. Could do silver donate, pay off debt turn 3, buy treasure trove turn 4. That also puts me playing treasure trove 1 turn later, same as junk dealer, but it means I have 1 more silver and 2 fewer coppers. I think those are all the lines worth considering. Which one of those do I like the most? Innovation is kind of interesting with Wine Merchant, I think. So you buy the Wine Merchant, you get to play it immediately. Basically, it costs 1, and you can get it back later. That's kind of intriguing. Which line gets me to 6 quickly? The 5 coppers, turn 3 treasure trove could hit. It's like really likely to hit 6 turn 4, and then I can buy innovation and start doing Wine Merchant things. I think I'm liking that line the most because the Wine Merchant gives me plus buy, and I can just get another donate real fast to get rid of the extra coppers. Okay, they're taking 2 silvers. So they're going pretty indirectly towards donating. 3 silvers before donating. Wow, that is slow. Little sad that that missed, but not that unlikely. I think it's by the Wine Merchant here. I can just buy Wine Merchant and then buy like a 2-cost card to keep it discarded. Maybe see it again as soon as next turn. And then I probably want to get at least 1 more treasure trove play before donating again. Oh, didn't find it. I So down here I have, pretty sure it's wine merchant 4 coppers. Wait, no, wine merchant 3 coppers and the patrician. So I could just donate now and trash 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 coppers. Guarantees I play wine merchant and treasure trove next turn. I could buy wine merchant and then buy donate. I could buy wine merchant, which takes me down to 7. Buy like bazaar, then buy donate next turn. I think I like that. Let's do wine merchant, innovate, bazaar, discard. And then I'll be redonating this turn, I think. Ideally, I see my treasure trove one more time. Looks like they're playing. Actually, I'm not sure what they're doing. It feels like the same thing, but a more indirect route to get there. They don't have innovation yet. Which seems like a thing you would really, really want. Okay, I'm sad that I didn't see very many of my good cards. Maybe it's not time to donate yet. Because, I mean, this hand's going to be good anyway, so I don't need to trash. Alright, there are 3 coppers down there still. So wine merchant brings me to. I could do wine merchant bazaar again. I kind of want more patricians. Once I donate again, patrician's gonna be a pretty good draw. Patrician brings me to 6. I could do patrician, wine merchant, patrician, I guess. It'd be a little over terminal, but I think that's fine in the short term. Oh, did I not discard a wine merchant the previous time? Oh, I see. That's the wine merchant I just played and the wine merchant I just got. Okay. I was thinking I'd forgotten to discard earlier. Well, god dang it. The reason I didn't donate was because I thought my treasure trove was coming up. Okay, I'm just going to suck it up and donate now, I think. I can do the wine merchant thing first. I'm going to leave that one on the mat, though. I don't have enough actions to play them all, is why. And it's time to start greening. Definitely need another one of these. I can play that. And then don't have enough actions to get Emporium right now. So maybe just like Province, Crossroads. This is awkward. Where are all my villages? I've got 2 bazaars and a crossroads in there somewhere. I guess I should start touching duchies. Right? Maybe I just take province here. If I do province estate and they just do single province and I can double province, I think that's fine. Actually, I'm not totally sure my deck can double province, but I hope it can. Uh-oh, they found their wine merchant. That's not good. So I've seen a copper here. Patrician. Okay, so I think everything down here costs 5 or more. Because I think the only card... Oh no, there's a crossroads down there. I'm trying to decide whether it's better to play these Bazaars first or play the Patricians immediately. This Patrician has like a 3/4 chance to hit. Whereas down here I've got a copper and an estate and a Patrician. Yeah, it's probably better to play a Patrician now, and then I'll reevaluate whether to play the second one once I see what I've drawn. I don't think I'm playing very well today. I should really get this into gear before the next match. Presuming there's a next match. Maybe jdobrow just beats me. Okay, so now I should play this Bazaar, because I'm pretty sure that's my crossroads right there. Indeed it was. Okay. This has got to be winning, right? Yeah, surely. GG. That was looking a little bit tough, but I think their deck was like not quite as good. Like they took the earlier points lead, but they didn't have like the innovation or nearly as many wine merchants or patricians or whatnot. And so it's probably still an objectively pretty good spot. Okay, what have we here? Trashing, salvager, scrap, trader, draw, stables, hunting grounds, way of the owl, action, crown, plus buy, scrap, salvager, fair. Can also gain with gesture or workshop. Trashing coppers seems like the hard part. My guess is trashing coppers is also not the most important thing to do here, though, because stables is around. Will Way of the Owl see much play? Probably not much. It's not very useful terminally, and by the time you've got crown, you probably don't need it. So what are the options here? I could do like salvage or scrap. I feel like that might be overcommitting to trashing estates. Could do like salvage or silver or scrap silver. Scrap pricing is better than salvage, to be honest. More flexible. What about scrap Night Watchman? How does that work? I could leave a hand that has scrap, 3 coppers, estate, scrap the estate. No, that just hits 4, doesn't it? Actually, with 4/3, that could be a good scenario for salvager. Maybe is like salvager Night Watchman. You guarantee, I think with a close to 100% certainty, very close to 100% certainty, that you can trash an estate turn 3, buy a stables turn 3, and have all of it go back into the shuffle. But scrap Night Watchman, I think, just hits 4, unless you trigger a shuffle, in which case it defeats the point. So I think maybe scrap silver. I definitely want to scrap. Scrap silver feels a little silly just because you can get silvers off of scrap very easily. Maybe let's take a second scrap. And they collide naturally. I sure hope there's at least an estate in that hand. Okay. Okay, so they didn't collide, but one of them bottom decked. So I should not draw on with this one. They took scrap salvager, which seems pretty equivalent. they've already scrapped it. They have no... Oh, if they hadn't... That feels wrong. If they had an estate in hand... Yeah, they just killed it to rebuy Salvager? I'm not understanding this play here. Maybe they just drew the estate. If they have scrap Salvager 3 coppers, then I understand this. And my guess is maybe this card was the estate that they drew. If they had scrap Salvager 2 coppers estate, they should have just scrapped the estate for like card action. Should take silver horse. Right? So I want to get some stables pretty soon. And then add some crowns, and not totally sure where the deck's going from there, to be honest. Actually, let's not do card action. Let's just do action horse. And then we can play this for owl. Big number. Very big number. Much more than I need. Probably fair pretty soon, I think. I mean, the short term I can allow on scrap for plus buy, but scrap is not the best source of plus buy. 6, 7. What's down here? Scrap is down there. Discarded a copper. I've not trashed any coppers, I don't think, right? So I would really like to hit 9, I think, for fair plus stables. That requires me to do plus buy. And do I have 3? I mean, I don't think I can realistically do 9 here. So maybe I just do plus buy, gain a horse, and then buy fair silver. Those poor salvagers are getting salvaged rather than doing the salvaging. Now, I won't mind killing coppers here, but I also don't think it's the most important thing with stables. So it's not super high on the agenda. I got 7, it's kind of an awkward number. If I do card coin, what's the likelihood that it hits 10? Still relatively low, but I've got silvers down there. Might be worth a shot. Card coin horse. Silver, please. Well, I'm just gonna draw my horse dead. I think I should buy Night Watchman here. Yeah, this is all junk. I'd seen all my good cards. I'll probably end up just scrapping the Night Watchman again later. Crowning horse is nice. Not sure how reliably you can do that, but when you can do that, it's nice. Makes Crown like a little lost city. Now they're hitting 10. Can I hit 10? Yes. 8, 12. Time to kill that. Actually, let me undo that. It's probably not time to kill that yet. Let's just kill a copper. And then I can buy Stable's Crown to set up for the following turn and guarantee their top deck with Night Watchman. I want to leave a copper on top. The chances I find a copper naturally, I think, are still pretty high. Yeah. Might want to add a Jester soon. Now that I have a crown, I can play. Ah, god dang it! Ah, that was. I sure hope you let me do that. Did I draw? I don't think I drew anything. I'm not sure there was actually any information realistically revealed. Like I played a draw card, but I think I drew 0 cards from it. I was obviously trying to click on Stables normally. Okay, now I've got 12 again, so I think I can just do a similar thing again. I want another Stables. Might be Jester time. I could just take the Stables and win the Stables split. I don't think that's that important. Because like you could always supplement your draw with Hunting Grounds if necessary. Or even like crowns plus scraps so you can like crown horses maybe. It looks like I will most likely win this stable split anyway. Give me something nice. Nope. And now I shall take Stables Crown. I'll leave a copper on top. I have fewer coppers now. So I'm looking to be very ahead this game, I think. We're equal in crowns. I have more of the Stables and I have a Jester. I think I might also be thinner. We both trust all over estates. I'm pretty sure most of these are mine, if not all of them. And I've given them a extra copper, my Jester. Now, do I want Potion? Probably. I mean, worst case scenario, it's perfectly fine fodder for the Stables to discard. But I've got, let's see, 6 Stables, 2 crowns, that's 8. Scrap is 9, Jester's 10. It's getting into all right territory already. Maybe it's actually not that important. 10 isn't a huge number of actions. I can add more crowns easily. But there's not a bunch of other actions I really want. I can add horses, but they'll disappear again. Maybe I don't bother with Vineyard. I'm not sure. Awkward. Well, goodbye, crown. Guess I'll crown this to make sure I draw. Give me nice things. Crown, I can take that. And then fail to draw it. Okay. Does it kill the Night Watchman time? Probably so. I need that third buy, looks like. I've got 8, 12, 16. Yeah, I really want that third buy. Plus buy. What am I buying? Could be 3 crowns. I don't think they can lower piles enough to 3-pile. Could be Crown, Potion, Province. I think I could do Crown, Province. What's that? That's 18. Yeah, I just take plus card and draw the crown. I can do that. Do I want Hunting Grounds at all? You actually kind of do. Like I could start building bigger by just like taking a bunch of the crowns and then play towards Vineyard. Would Crown Hunting Grounds Potion be reasonable? That's 11, 15. I can easily do that. So let's do plus buy horse. Do I want another silver for free or not? I think the answer is I do. If I'm going to add Hunting Grounds, I'll have plenty of draw. And now I want as many of the crowns as I can get. Interestingly, Crown is better than Throne Room here, not because you actually really want to throne the treasures, although throwing Potion for Vineyards might actually be nice at certain points, but just because it is technically a treasure card and therefore is capable of being discarded by stables. This is really like an ideal Stables Kingdom. I'm very much not a Stables fan. I think among the like main like $5 labs, like Laboratory Stables and Hunting Grounds, Stables is clearly the worst of the three. I know a lot of people have unjustifiably high opinions of it. But this is actually one of those rare kingdoms where Stables is actually like better than the other two. There's good ways to trash estates, so it's unlikely to trip up on those, but not good ways to trash coppers, so you have to deal with those anyway. There is Crown, which is an action card that can still be discarded in a pinch if you are going to dud. Yeah, this is like the sort of kingdom Stables is really built for. I'm going to do Crown now, I think. Do I need 4 buys? I could crown the scrap now. I think I do, right? Because I'm going to buy the potion and still have the same amount of money, roughly speaking, as last time. So I think I should do that. Let's just do like action by horse. Not exactly sure what I want besides the buys off of these. Card by silver. It doesn't feel super important what I choose. Thank you very much. So I want the last crown. I could take like a scrap and a Hunting Grounds and then threaten to empty estates. That actually kind of makes sense anyway, because like Hunting Grounds is more draw and scrap is more buy, which are things I independently needed. So just like Vineyards, Hunting Grounds, scrap, crown is already pretty reasonable. Obviously, there wasn't any particular strategic reason for crowning the copper. It just didn't matter which of those cards I crowned, given that I had enough money in buys for the things I wanted either way. I think ideally I win this turn. If I can afford to scrap both hunting grounds, then that will score me 8 points. Because I'll take 6 estates and then buy 2 more. I can potentially buy a vineyard, which will be worth like 4 or 5-ish. Probably 5, I would think. And so it does seem difficult for them to score enough points to defend against all this. I've also multiple times this game had like exactly 3 stables in my starting hand, which is like a good number. You know, guarantees you have a lot of draw. You're probably not going to dud. But any more stables and you start to worry about not having enough treasures. I'm probably going to want to crown these stables because if I'm trashing the hunting grounds instead of playing them, I'll need extra draw. But I don't want to crown the first one because there was a risk that I needed to discard that crown to play on. Alright, we're drawing pretty well. Crown the gesture, see what we get. Oh, that's nice. I guess I can afford to play this one then. There's another one down there. So now let's crown this. Gain 3 estates. I was waiting for it to ask me, but hunting grounds were 6, so I had to get all of them. And there's no need for the dialogue box in the first place. Coin, buy, a horse. And we take 2 of these. And some provinces. GG. What game was that? So that's the one I lost. I think so. I lost the highway one, and then I won the donate one, and then I won this stables thing. This looks like an extra menagerie kingdom. Mouse, Destrier, Cardinal, maybe not quite. Enhance. It does have a lot of menagerie in it. So the mouse target is merchant. Actions are encampment and mountain village. Draw, Destrier, ghost ship, scholar, encampment. Plus buy, candlestick, trade route. Upgrade can gain things. Trashing, upgrade, trade route. Okay, so what are we doing here? The 5s look pretty good. Ghost ship is great, upgrade's great. I think I might just take like silver, silver, or cardinal silver maybe to maximize the chance of hitting 5. And then I'm not sure if first 5 is upgrade or ghost ship. I mean, alternatively, you could like enhance copper into encampment by trade route. That line's going to get you trashed quicker, but it's probably going to take quite a while to hit 5, I would think. I think cardinal silver is probably better than silver silver. Although cardinal silver might dispose me to opening upgrade before ghost ship, because then it's not bad if you collide them. Now here, I could buy Mountain Village. I could enhance copper into encampment. I could... Nothing else looks very good. I think I'm going to do the enhanced thing. The encampments are kind of nice because you can just like play them as way of the mouse to hold on to them until you get a gold round. So it's actually nicer than normal to take them early. Okay, cardinal being cardinal. You know, I was thinking cardinal might be marginally better than silver. Because if I can hit their like silver early, then I undermine their ability to get 5. But of course, they're very real risk is you just like cycle the deck for them. It is not at all obvious to me that cardinal is better than just like taking silver there. Second upgrade. That should have been ghost ship, but I think I can get ghost ship here. Cardinal being cardinal. Yeah, Cardinal's objectively not a very strong card, but it's a very swingy card. Like, if you see Cardinal turn 3, then you hit their open turn 4, or they're open before they can play it turn 4. They just end up being really sad. And I thought the risk of doing that and being in a very winning position seemed worth it. It is possible that it was not worth it. I should take this last encampment. Lost a split 3-2, but that's not the end of the world. What are they going to buy? Ghost ship? I don't think they need plunder. They've got 2 golds already. You don't need more payload. Attack. I think the thing that makes Candlestick Maker look alright is that Destrier is around, and so if there's a scenario where I can get a bunch of plus buy, I can potentially empty a bunch of Destriers in a very short time frame. I really need to get myself a plunder pretty soon so I can start playing these encampments rather than just mousing them. This looks like a turn where I will likely do that. I think I should just mouse that. Okay, so this is 5. I can just do this again. I need more draw. I think the easiest way is Destrier. You could also do Mountain Village Ghost Ship, although that's much less efficient. They're getting plunders. I don't think I'm super worried about losing the plunder split or anything. Trader, it's obviously a terrible card, but you can play it as Merchant, which is a less terrible card. Let's just cycle through the whole deck. Well, not the whole deck. Didn't find my silver. A little bit of a bummer. Do I want a second one? Not really. I just want to draw my deck reliably. Adding Candlestick Maker or Trader is functionless, like adding a Merchant for most purposes. And then there'll be some scenarios where I might play it as Candlestick Maker. They need a Ghost Ship. Like, they so need a Ghost Ship. Nope, they just really want all the plunders. That doesn't worry me too much. It does mean I should try to bring this game to a close sooner rather than later, though. Maybe time for this Cardinal to die, because I kind of want a Soothsayer now. And it's probably better not to bother drawing that gold, because I need the plus buy more. And just, that's a lot. This is probably just too destrous then. I need the draw. They so need a Ghost Ship, like so many turns to go. I'm getting away with actually drawing things. Ghost Ship should really be shutting that down. Got a very international chat. Some of the Japanese players have shown up to spectate. And I think Frankie's from Germany. Isn't it like super late over there? I feel like it must be like 2 a.m. Well, I kind of don't actually want to play too many of my plus buy cards because I really want more plus buy. But, well, both of my, shoot. This is highly unfortunate. Oh, there's the gold. Perfect. What did they take? They took... Okay, they found a Ghost Ship. They've come to their senses. Okay. So, Destriers, 5, 4, 3, 2. That costs 14. I think I could consider doing that. Can they pile out if I do that? Probably not. I even have a points lead. It's possible I should do something else, though. Yeah, maybe just like a mountain village or something, so I can play this Ghost Ship earlier if I need to. And don't have this encampment problem again. So that'll be 13. Okay, so here's 2 of my 3, I think, total gold/plunders. So I really hope I get to my encampment. Ghost Ship would have really hurt here. I think they made a pretty big mistake here in their build. Like, their opening seemed fine. If anything, it turned out better because my Cardinal was doing less than nothing for me. But then they, I think, really, like, taking the early encampments, I think, was quite fine. They won the encampment split, and that was good for them because encampment is a card that, like we said, in this case is actually better than usual because you can save it for later. But then I think they got very much overly focused on winning the plunder split, and like that's not super important. It's like not a bad card or anything. It's like a non-terminal monument basically. But like winning the split on that isn't going to be the make or break of this game. And they waited way too long to get Ghost Ship. Ghost Ship is just so painful. Okay, can I pile out here? I've got 2 buys, 3, 4, 5, 6 potentially. I am behind by some number of points. I can also gain 2 off of upgrade. So I have theoretically 8 useful gains. I mean 9 gains because of Soothsayer, but 8 useful gains. So I could theoretically get Candlestick Maker and all the Death Dreamers, or all the trade routes, or all the curses. So that does require me to upgrade 2 things into 2 things of use to me. So I could upgrade Plunder into Destrier. Let's just play this upgrade first to see what the bottom card is. Okay, it's an encampment. That's pretty helpful. So I upgrade Plunder into Destrier. Then I play the gold, or play the Soothsayer. Then I upgrade the silver into Destrier. Then I play all the other crap and buy 3 Destriers, 2 Candlestick Makers, Province. Pretty sure that works. Let's just double check to make sure I have enough money. That is 8, 10, 12. Those will be all worth 0. Yeah, surely that's enough money. There's no point in even bothering to count that. I did play 1 or 2 things as mouse, so now I still gotta trash the silver because I need the plus buy off of the trade route. Actually, I should undo that. I can save myself a little bit of money here. I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter, but it is theoretically cheaper here for me to do upgrade gold into province and then buy all these things. GG. Alright, coming back after a sloppy game 1. Now 3-1, so if I win this, I win the match. Oh my. Oh my. So this gets big, it looks like. I mean, you can theoretically draw humongous hands with City Quarter, and you can get humongous amounts of money with Priest. You can get tons of buys with Traveling Fair. You can score tons with Goons. This is a kingdom where Watchtower would just be absurdly good, because you could just like play a bunch of priests, buy have a Watchtower in hand, and like buy coppers, trash them, and then you just like net make yourself money. Like if you have 2 priests in play, I shouldn't be talking about this. There's no Watchtower. I'm getting too off on a tangent. What am I actually doing? So it seems like the long-term goal is some like City Quarter engine that plays Goons, but that's gonna be super awkward because they don't seem to share my interest in that. Well, I'm sorry you don't find it interesting, jdobrow, but I found that interesting. I guess we're not making any more small talk here. So the problem is going to be Goons is going to have yet a 3-card hand most of the time, and that's going to make it really hard for City Quarter to kick off. Can you set up like a bigger hand than normal with research? Kinda. Not like super reliably or anything, because once you draw in your deck, like what are you researching? Band of Misfits can play research, right? Yeah, this doesn't have the like non-duration restriction that like Procession and Captain and such do. Could play with like Minstrels and Journeymen for draw on top of the City Quarter, and then you hope to have those on top. Like Traveling Fair, you could just top deck a Minstrel and Journeyman each turn. That might be worth doing. So what's the thing that gets us there fastest? Could be Priest Silver, Research Silver, Priest Research. Want to get thin, also kind of want to hit 6. All the numbers are nice. Everything 4 up is nice. Minstrels are great. A bunch of the 5s are good. 6 is good. On any number you can buy City Quarter. Kind of feeling Priest Research. I'm going to buy the Research first, because I think it's the less good of the two. And so maybe they copy me on their $4 turn. And if they copy my buy, I'd rather them copy the card I consider less significant of my 2 buys. Okay, they took silver. That seems pretty reasonable. Poor Research found none of the estates. That is highly unfortunate. I don't really want too many silvers long term, but I do need to hit big numbers early. Swamp Hag seems awful. I will be totally fine accepting a curse. Does not seem very important to me. I think I'll take Band of Misfits now. In the short term, I value trashing a lot, and it can do that for me. They are top decking goons. Actually, let's undo this one. I don't need more silvers. So I will take this ducat. As it turns out, the goon's attack hurts very little. I should keep the curse, actually, because I'm going to trash it with Priest. Yeah, Swamp Hag is good when there's like no trashing, and then it gets into these awful stalemate situations where like you can't afford to buy things. But in Kingdoms where there's decent trashing, it's not like a fast enough cursor to be very threatening, I don't think. So I have down there a Priest and a Research. Kind of considering top decking a City Quarter. Now the annoying thing is, I think are they gonna hit me with goons? Yeah, the goons is very likely in this hand. It still seems like a reasonably good time to get City Quarter, all things considered. And actually, their Swamp Hag is also likely in this hand, and so I'm pretty fine going into debt, I think, because I'm going to be pretty happy not buying anything next turn so as to avoid the Swamp Hag attack. And so if I spend this turn paying off debt, all the better. I think I'd rather have the Priest than the Research. They didn't. They either just didn't have enough terminals to play the Swamp Hag, or they didn't see it. I surely hope it was the former. Knowing that the estate was here, I would have rather keep the research, I think, for the draw. But obviously I didn't know that and could not have. So it always gives you the option to like spend your coffers to pay off your debt. And I don't think there's any reasonable situation in which you'd ever want to do that. Obviously it's better to just keep the coffers and keep the debt and then defer that question until the following turn. Okay, so their Swamp Hag did hit this turn. Is it worth taking a curse to buy something? Maybe. Kind of just want more city quarters at the moment. That was probably the wrong discard. I think I probably should have kept all three of the actions and then played Band of Misfits as Wandering Minstrel. If it draws City Quarter, I'm happier with Research Round because my City Quarter will then draw more. If it draws Junk, I'm happy with Research Round because I can then trash. The risk, I think, was that it draws Priest, and then I'm less happy. But even then, researching Priest to just get like a big next turn would have been fine. Also, I guess this turns out fine. Like researching a silver is also fine, but it's less desirable than other stuff I might have done. Keep on with the city quarters. I think so. Again, like buying it when I don't have the Swamp Hag attack seems potentially good because if they hit me with Swamp Hag now, I'm in debt, so it matters less. Okay, probably just kill these ducats. Will I be able to draw? We'll have an action coming up, so I'll be able to draw something at least. That Swamp Hag is not hitting what I really want it to. I don't have a strong sense of who's winning here. Their position seemed pretty fine. It's possible I should have just researched silver there to ensure a strong next turn. That may have been a mistake. Like what I think I'm going to want is just like one good big turn where I get off a bunch of priest plays, and then I'll have a ton of money, and then I can also get rid of all these curses, and I'll be very happy. I think the best way to do that is to set it up with research, so my city quarters kick off. like even with this relatively ideal starting hand, just drawing from a 3-card hand to a city quarter is so much harder than from like a big 5 or 6-card hand that research might give you. But man, this is getting me closer than I thought I was going to. I should draw with this. Okay, now I can do priest, research. Those are nice draws. I've got a city quarter and a priest set aside. So maybe just more bands of misfits. I don't think I need to add more goons until towards the very end. Yeah, going too heavy on Band of Misfits might be dangerous because of Wandering Minstrels emptying, and then they're awkward. I have potentially 4 priest plays, which should be enough. So what if I just go like Minstrel, City Quarter, or double Minstrel? Now I kind of want him to play that Swamp Hag more. I need more junk to trash to Priest. Please feed me curses. Alright, it's coming. You're drawing your deck. Play the Swamp Hag. There we go. I'll buy lots of things. Maybe take all the curses even. Owie. What are they contemplating? Buying coppers? Buying a city quarter, I guess? Buying a ducat. I guess it's kind of free since they have a priest in play. Or, they have a priest played by their Band of Misfits. They don't technically have a priest in play. Yeah, I'm very much running out of things to trash. I'm really glad that curse is coming in now. Priest, actions, priest, goes. Now, maybe I should actually just buy the goons for the extra plus buy. I kind of need it. So I want to top deck Minstrel and Journeyman, I think. To make sure I draw. Not the curse. I want to trash 4 more things. I've only got 2 from these curses. I kind of want to click goons, but then only get 1 curse. I need more curses than that. I can trash the research next turn, actually. That's fine. I just buy goons and I trash 3 curses and research, and then I'm in a good spot. Don't need to top deck that. I probably can. I have to discard 2 cards to goons no matter what. As a top decking a card I'm happy discarding. Seems like a good safeguard against having like a hand of Minstrel, Journeyman, 3 city quarters, and having to discard like too many city quarters. I think I like my position. going to have a harder time from here on out getting junk to trash. Because A, they don't play a Swamp Egg this turn, and B, the curses are going to run out pretty soon. It's landed on a 3 pile, but we're not super close. Curses will run out. Ducats could run out pretty easily. And like CQ or Minstrel maybe. Taking an awful lot of coppers. I don't think their deck is that strong. I think that there's a good chance that they dud there. Okay, trashy time. My deck works out precisely. Okay, so I'm definitely buying things here. Some of those things have to include copper, for sure. No doubt about that. I want to top deck a Journeyman though, to maximize the chance I draw. Just buy a copper that I do not top deck. Yeah, I'm not getting these curses. I'm gonna have to spend a bunch of my buys on Priest Fuel, which is awkward. I mean, I could just kind of let them cannibalize themselves now and then pivot into goons if needed, but I feel like this escalating priest thing might be just the best way to have good payload here. Now, how does this copper into ducat thing interact with priest? I should think about this, because now I'm going to have coppers again. So buying ducat is 2, functionally 3, because I have to leave copper in hand. So ducat costs 3, and it costs a buy. But then, if I have like 4 priests in play, that's making me like 5 money for each buy. So maybe I just want a bunch of coppers, like a bunch. Because Traveling Feral costs 2, so ducat in total costs 4, and I make like 3 money per ducat I buy. And so I'd like to have like 5 surplus coppers even after trashing. Just buy a bunch of coppers. I think my deck is better able to handle this than theirs is. I mean, I want to trash like 4 coppers and trash 5 more with ducat. I don't think I can get that many coppers this turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. It's a pretty fine starting hand. I'd love to see copper run out. That'd be pretty funny. Wow, they're actually drawing. They're gonna draw their whole deck. Their deck did not seem that good. And they added a bunch of coppers to it, but I guess it worked out. Yeah, Swamp Hag me. That's exactly the card I needed to see. Also, Swamp Hag being in play should make pileouts for me much simpler, because emptying curses will be entirely free. And so I think that there's a reasonable chance I could do like ducat city quarter curse, depending what they buy. Did they not play both of those as priests? No, they played as minstrels. That would explain why they are not buying ducats. More goons, more bands. Okay, so now let's see if I can pile out. I think I have enough money to do that, provided I draw, which isn't 100% certain. Okay, now it's looking pretty good. Should name copper. Okay, so now I should think about this. There's a chance that the optimal play here might actually be ban of Misfits to trash goons. Let's see. So I have 4 priests in play. I play ban of Misfits to trash goons. I have 5 in play. Then I'm gonna get all the curses. I'll be like 5 buys for ducats, 1 more buy for city quarter. I'll get 6 goons points, I'll lose 3 from curse. I'd have to buy 1 more thing, which is pretty doable. Just 1 thing of any amount. Could even buy annex. Wouldn't get the goons point, I'd make it the duchy points. So there's no way I don't have enough money for that because the first 3 ducats make me money. Playing the goons is worth like 4 functionally because it's got the plus buy on it. I could just trash this copper with Ban of Misfits as research. I shouldn't think about this too much. I'm pretty sure like all of these lines win one way or the other. I'm gonna do it this way because it's the one that interests me the most. Goodbye goons. I need you to die. Like the ducats making me like 10 money. There we go. GG's.